The Coffee and the Company Podcast.
Thank you, Juan. Thanks for doing this. And it's such an honor to have you in this podcast. Don't worry about the mole rowing outside. It won't be in the recording. So I need you to speak right a little bit closer so that
Okay.
it will be sharp. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. How are you, man?
I'm good. I try to live my life no matter how bad the situation is.
How bad could it be?
Yes.
How bad could it be, right?
As long as you're still alive,
You
we
can
need-
wake up. Life is good.
yes.
There's so many I know that didn't wake up. Dude, so
Yes.
scary, man.
Yeah.
Life's so scary, man.
Yeah.
How's business?
Not too bad actually. Started this year on a strong note lah. So we're expecting this year to be busier than last year.
How long you been in business? Dude, you told me before, man. I kind of forgot.
Okay.
11 years?
Actually, this is our 11th year
11th
in business. Yeah, we started 2013. I quit my job in March 2013.
Mhm.
Started, the operation in May,
Yeah.
and yeah.
How did you
Until now.
started? I mean, you started as a roasting?
No, we wanted to start as a roaster.
Okay.
So what happened was I wanted to just create a coffee roaster company, and so we bought the roasting machine.
What's your
We
first roasting machine, by the way?
It's a Probatino 1 kg
Okay.
from Probat.
Okay.
So
How much does it cost at the time? Back in
Ooh.
2013?
With everything included to commission the roasting machine, the shipping and all that, comes to around 12,000 euro at that time.
Wow, 12,000 is
So,
like probably like 61,000 ringgit
Yes,
at the time.
but we also stupidly bought this thing to scan the color of the roast.
Color scanning,
Yeah, it's called Colorat lah. For
Colorat.
Probat brand is Colorat, which is really stupid decision lah. I mean, it was my first time doing business.
Yeah.
That is supposed to be for people like Cofax, that kind of
Large
production.
scale.
Yeah,
What makes you think it is stupid? Like how much
because
does it cost?
it costs
sounds very costly,
about
man.
yes, it is. It's about 35,000 ringgit or
35,000
40,000.
ringgit?
Yes.
Wow, shit.
Yes.
Right now, I just saw Le Brew is like costing like
Yeah,
1,500.
yeah, but of course at that time you don't have much choices.
Yeah, agree.
So and that's the problem with having money easily lah. You think, oh, you have the money, just buy. You don't do enough research to justify your purchase.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But why is it Probat, man?
why Probat?
Deirdrick is also like very pioneer in the market.
Yeah, because I was actually working in London.
For how long?
I worked at Pret a Manger, this sandwich shop, for about 2 years. Then I went to work with Maybank in London branch. So during that time, I was going for coffee courses, with All Press, if you heard of them.
All Press, yeah.
All Press.
They're one of pioneers, man.
Yeah.
In specialty scene in London, right?
Yeah. Back in 2011, 12, they were already, I think they opened the shop in London in 2010. So went there that was my first time to handle a coffee machine lah. Espresso machine. And what they did was they put a bloody big roasting machine in their coffee shop, just next to the coffee bar. That was my first experience looking at.
Probat?
No, the founder of All Press actually designed his own roasting machine.
Whoa, that's cool.
So it is really cool. So that's when I learned more about roasting, and I decided to go to Probat in Germany, which I did in 2011, if not mistaken. Then I went there to go and learn about the roasting. Went to the museum, the production site, and since then I never looked at anywhere else.
Okay.
To me, it was enough to trust Probat for its quality.
All right. So that's your startup for these two equipments already 100,000, man.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
haven't get anything else yet.
Yes.
The rent, the space, and
Renovation.
other stuff.
Yeah.
And then what's your back in 2013? Then what's your startup cost for the whole shop at the time?
I think the roasting assets and the cafe in total comes around 600
600, dude.
600,000.
That's that you started from Filio as well. Or this one, were you somewhere else?
Oh, okay. We wanted to open a shop in Hartamas.
Mhm.
Because of the gas supply, we wanted to use a natural gas supply,
Okay.
and they actually had a
Commercial lot.
with gas supply. But as we signed the contract, the landlord decided to kick us out and give the lot to someone else
Why is
who
it
was
so?
willing. I have no idea.
Okay.
Because the other company was willing to pay a little
Higher.
bit. Yeah, because we negotiated to get cheaper.
Mhm.
Then because we already ordered all the machines, our espresso machine, our grinders, our roasting machine. So we needed a place quickly.
Yeah.
Then I saw the ads on iProperty and I thought, okay lah, the space is big. We can actually have a roastery as well as a cafe.
Yeah.
So that's when we decided, okay lah, all the business plan change.
To Filio.
To cafe roastery.
So that means your current premise is more than like 11 years right now.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Yes,
So I
yeah.
think your landlord should be very happy you're over there. Because
There were days, there were times that we are late on rental. So I think they are not so happy, but I mean, not many places can get someone.
Tolerate.
Yeah.
the good landlord.
Yeah.
A good landlord.
But yeah.
So you started with 600,000. What was in your mind, man, to have like 600,000 to start this business? Do you see what's the market that you saw?
Because when I was in London,
First of all, were there any roasting facility within the cafe at the time?
yes, there was actually
I know raw coffee.
raw
in
coffee.
Jalan Tang,
Yes.
which they eventually closed.
That was the first experience to see a roastery cafe in
They're using
Malaysia.
Dedrick, right?
Yes.
Okay. What about others?
There was Brew and Bread. They
Alright.
were roasting inside
Kota
a small
Kemuning.
room in Kota Kemuning. There was Beam. That's the one that I know in KL lah.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's not. I think it's not that the amount that was in my mind.
Mm.
To me, it was the potential of starting
Market
this. Yeah, the growth of, because when you look at 2013 and before that, most of the coffee that is supplied in Malaysia are imported. They are, whether it's from Bristol or Ely or Lavazza, like majority of the coffee supply in shops, restaurants, everything comes from imported. So I thought, we can, if we start this, the growth is, is the market share is really big. So 500,000 for a bigger market is not so much lah.
Okay.
So, but I started with my own money was around 10,000 only. What I did was, when I was still working in London, I draw up my business plan for 3 years, meeting people, trying to convince people to invest, and end up when I was back here working at Maybank, managed to
Know someone and
yeah,
got some funded.
got some investment, and yeah, that's the reason why we thought, okay, because when you want to start a roastery, people always think about just buy the roasting machine, and set up your kilang, and that's it. But you never think about the green beans, because we are not buying coffee like a coffee shop. If I want to order things, okay, next week you get it. In 2013, there were no local green bean traders. You need to buy it from Australia or from Europe, from UK.
Where were you getting the time?
My first purchase was from Makanta because I was already there, so I visited their facility
Where's Makanda, by the way?
in London.
Okay.
Can't remember the place, but the
Right
guy,
in London.
yeah.
Yeah.
So went for cupping. Tried a very nice selection they had, all specialty grades.
Yeah.
So we needed at least 50 to 100,000 just for the green beans.
Ringgit?
Ringgit.
How
So
many kilos were there?
uh at that time on average the specialty grade is about I think about
A ton?
two tons
2 tons?
or 1 or 2 tons around that.
That means you secure the lot. You
Yeah.
don't get 2 tons at a time. You get
Oh,
progression.
at that time I buy spot, meaning I buy at the price that they were giving at that time.
They lock the price, then they
Yes.
deliver later batch by batch.
No, they when I order 2 ton, they send 2 ton
Wow, man, where do you
Yeah.
put your 2
in
tons
my
of beans?
small room.
Does it fit?
Yeah. At one time we got in about 5 tons. But my floor cracked lah.
Mm.
But it was a time where we had like a lot of young strong boys working at the company.
Okay.
So it
So
wasn't
the
that
other
bad
young
lah.
ones working for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. 5 tons, man.
Yeah, that's yeah, but
Is that the MOQ? For 2 tons and
usually
stuff?
it's one pallet. One pallet is about 10 bags of 60 kilo, 10 to
Okay.
12 bags, so about 700 kilo.
Half ton already then.
Yeah,
Yeah, at least half ton already.
Yeah.
600 kg.
yeah. But we need to secure that money for that green beans for at least a couple of months because the delivery from Europe to Malaysia takes very
months.
long.
Yeah.
And then to get released from
Custom.
custom is another thing.
Yeah.
And we had to do a lot of things.
But that time I heard there's AP involved, right?
Yes.
And currently, as I know of, there's no more AP. That's why there's a lot of traders right now coming out.
Yes. It was an interesting time. When I want to apply for AP, the officer told me just get your green beans from Cofax.
Mm.
He didn't want to, proceed with my application, which is a bit weird lah. At that time, we had to go through Pharma, and there are so many
What
different
do you mean, farmer?
Pharma because Jabatan Pertanian has a lot of different different departments.
Yeah.
So Pharma was the one who decides on the AP and the quota that they will give to you.
Mm.
So I needed to go over there and speak to this officer and convince him that, if I buy from Cofax,
Mm.
Cofax will bring in coffee that they need to use for their own production. I can't get things that I want.
Mm.
Meaning I need to,
Yeah,
use the
have
same
to buy-
coffee.
You have to buy
The same
whatever
coffee.
they have in their inventory, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I spent like 2 hours talking to this guy in his office.
Didn't go anywhere.
In his office only, and we end up talking about family and all that. And he said, "Okay lah, hey, do it." So that was the start of all this like funny things in business world. Like sometimes those things that no matter how much you have resources, but there are things that you can't control.
Yeah.
And these are one of the things lah. So
Yeah.
you need to find ways to get
Then
it.
how did you, like your first batch, you were telling me that you have 2 tons, right? How did you solve that issue with the AP?
First, we tried to get the AP. We applied. So they came to see our machine. They were asking about,
Facility and stuff?
yeah, they need to see the machine.
Yeah.
And they need to check how much we can produce in a month
Yeah.
or in a year. So we did the application and the coffee arrived. But at that time, it was a bit weird. Every single origin country, they need to be registered with Jabatan Pertanian. And we ordered Kenya. So when amongst all the coffee, we ordered Brazil, Costa Rica, and all other
Kenya
origins.
is one of them.
But Kenya is one of them. And when they see Kenya, they said, no one has ever imported this. So we need to apply
Oh,
for a
shit,
specific,
man.
just for Kenya. If we cannot get that, everything will be, they call it dihapuskan. They will just throw it away, dispose it.
How many kg do you have? for
I
Kenya?
think not just Kenya. Dispose everything in the
What,
same
the-
the same
the
pallet,
shipment?
the same shipment. So I
shit,
had
man.
to write a
Must be-
long letter, appeal, and all that. It was really weird. So my argument with them is that that's bullshit lah. Come on, it's 2013, and I know so many people who brought in Kenya. How did they get it in when like so many people are drinking this coffee here? So, but yeah, of course they can't answer that lah. There must be ways that other people are bringing in. So this is one of the issues lah back then. But now we don't see that anymore. You can bring in any coffee.
There's no more AP involved right now.
No more quota.
No more
AP
quota.
is still there, but no more quota. Meaning you can become a coffee trader, green bean trader. Before you cannot, because you need the roasting machine.
Which year was it like really demolish all this?
The
rules.
quota.
Yeah, got quota.
It was during Najib's time. He, I mean, I
2018, I believe.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think around there, 2017 or 18, he demolished all these things, make it very easy to trade. That's when we realized the effect of government's policy towards the growth
Really
of
effect of the market,
yes.
right?
Because
Really effect of business.
everyone can go inside already. So that was really, really good to see the growth of the specialty coffee industry lah.
I
Yeah.
see. So that's your first experience of getting your
Yeah.
like really getting your own AP and all this stuff, dealing with government officers and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You didn't see that coming, right?
I did not see that coming. I thought I had the machine, I had everything, I had the cash flow all well, but yeah. But we did get fined by custom couple of times lah. Because we don't want, because they keep asking for under table money.
Oh shit. Yeah.
But I have my own principle lah.
Yeah.
I said, rather I give to you, I give to custom itself.
Custom, the
Then
department.
the department itself. At least I know that it's not you. If someone wants to take from custom, I can't see it.
Yeah.
So, but it was a lot lah. Instead of paying 300, I had to pay fine 5,000. But we did that anyway lah, out of principle. But
Do you think that with these 2 tons of green coffee beans, right? Do you think you, after when you finish the 2 tons of green beans, you roasted, you sell off? Do you think you got back your cash flow from these beans?
yes, yeah. I mean, roasting has always been a good business. I mean, any factory that is producing, if you're working with raw materials.
Are you referring back in 2013 or
Uh,
2024, man?
well, one thing I didn't realize is the currency exchange lah. I mean,
Wow,
that
man.
is it's
like
really
really-
shitty.
Wow, very shitty, man. I tell you this, man.
Yeah,
When I
it's-
bought my decent, it was 4 ringgit and 12 cent
Yeah.
per US dollar. Right now, it's like
Yeah.
fucking shit.
Yeah.
4 ringgit and 80 cent, man.
I used to buy, if you know Digayo,
Yeah.
now it's Global Coffee Resources. So when they first started in Ara Damansara, they were also trading green beans, all of them from Indonesia. So we were paying around less than 30 ringgit for G1 Indonesian beans.
Top grade.
Top
grade
grade.
one.
Grade 1. It can be anywhere lah, Lintong, Mandling, whatever it is. Gayo and all that. We never pay more than 30 ringgit. But now you need to get G1 Indonesian. You're talking about 40 to 50 ringgit. And that is a lower G1, not like a really fancy farm or all that. So, and if you're doing a production, supplying business, if before you can set the price at certain price, let's say 100 ringgit, you can't just increase another 20 ringgit. That's going to impact the coffee
sales.
shops.
The sales as well.
Yeah.
The sales as well.
And when you change your supply price, the coffee shop need to increase their selling price.
Not just that, man.
And then the consumer will.
No, the first thing I tell you what, who other supplier can maintain the price?
Exactly. So it's a very, I mean, there's a trick to do it lah. I mean, over the years, I learned how to manage this. So we try not to increase our prices, but we do other things lah. We maintain our selling price by, you know, by doing other things lah.
You want to review what other things you do?
I mean, if any roasters are hearing this, I mean, I don't mind sharing lah. One of it is work with a trader that you can trust. Meaning, this trader don't go through too many layers of middlemen. Okay, I'm talking about, let's say,
Agents.
yeah. Like, let's say if you buy coffee from Indonesia, from farm level, the farm needs to go to the nearest port.
Yes.
The nearest port need to ship it out to maybe Port Klang. There could be 5 people involved trying to make money from this
Batch of beans.
this batch of delivery. So big traders, they don't do that. What they do is they buy the entire harvest, then they ship it out. So they don't have this middleman trying to make easy money. So they can get it cheap, they can get it good quality, and they can secure the shipment on time. So when you can find people like this, you should always think about long-term relationship. Should be for 1 year contract, or you're not buying spot anymore. You are promising the trader, hey, I want to get this coffee
Commit
for
with the trader. Commit with the trader.
yeah,
For a
commit with
long-term
trader, yeah.
relationship.
But that
Yeah.
you need to maintain your reputation lah. You don't promise him, hey, I want 10 tons, and suddenly you only take 2 tons.
I think that applies to every kind of business and every kind of life, man.
Yeah. I mean, to me, this kind of things, of course, like I was doing this for a very long time. So in 2020, something unexpected happened. I had like about 200 bags of green beans that I locked on a contract. And when the MCO started,
Yeah.
I was like,
The flow,
It's
the business being like declining for everyone, right?
yeah, everyone.
So you're committed 20 over bags of beans.
200 bags actually.
200 bags.
Yeah, it's about 10, 12 tons or something like that. So, but I know that if I don't do anything, the trader also gonna have a big
Upline.
problem. And I want to work long term, no matter what. We need to find ways to sell it lah. That's when I try to sell to other roasters who were doing very, very well. One of them is Blend Coffee in Bangi. Their rise to the top was quite fast lah.
Okay. How long did they started the blend coffee? Before
I think it's before MCO. Yeah, but MCO really make them fly lah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we see the pattern of ordering of green beans, like from 1 bag to 10 bags and 30 bags.
They roast their own beans.
They're
So basically,
roasted.
you bulk purchase, then you try to to give it like sell
sell
to
it,
other
yeah.
roasters as well lah. So you get
Yeah.
a better deal.
Yes.
Better roast. Also for
Yeah.
other roasters as well, better deal as well.
Yes. Before we were not selling the green beans to other
Before
roasters
you
so
were
much.
doing everything for like
But-
purchasing for your own use.
Yeah. But 2019 actually I started a website, a trading website, coffee marketplace.
Okay.
Or
What kind of trading are you talking about? Green beans. or
green beans,
roasted?
green beans.
Green beans.
I call it ilovecoffeemarket.com.
Okay.
Because of we actually what happened in 2019 to the business is that we see a decline in our production. Because I opened a shop in TTDI, it closed down in 6
What's
months.
the name of your shop in TTDI?
What's same? Sprezza.
I
Sprezzatura,
never
yeah.
heard that you guys have a TTDI
Yeah.
until the day we met.
It's only lasted for 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I shut down that place,
2019.
2019, it was is the lowest. I think I have never gone that low lah in my life,
Okay.
because we were doing
In terms of
very well
mentality.
in terms of business mentality and my confidence. Because you thought you were growing when you open a shop, but when the shop incur so much losses that you need to shut down, and then you see your clients moving away, your revenue drops. We had about 16 or 17 manpower down to 3. Like from so busy, people talking to you all the time, and suddenly it's so quiet. Uh, it was quite tough lah.
Quite journey.
Yeah, quite. When I look back, I wonder how I went through that lah.
Okay.
Because in my mind, I always want to go back to banking or like work somewhere else.
When something like this happens,
Yeah.
Same goes to me, man.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure.
think as a businessman, we have a lot of self doubts.
Yes.
We have a lot of self doubts.
Yeah.
So most of the time, we try not to be anxious about what's coming next.
Yes.
We plan,
Yes.
but we don't be anxious of the day will come or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what, dude? I need to restart my DSLR. Give me 1
Okay.
minute.
Okay. This coffee is really good.
Yeah.
Perfect, man.
It's seasonal. It is seasonal. This is really tiring. It's DSLR shit.
Why?
Yeah. Give me a second.
Oh,
Because
Hmm. Oh, okay. Max.
so I have to really just now I mismanaged already. So I have to really take a look. 25, 29, 28 minutes. I have to.
So
I have
it's
to
been 30 minutes
stop.
already.
Yeah. No, 26
20,
minutes.
oh.
26 minutes to be exact. So again, the DSLR
Hmm.
for the listeners, I'm so sorry about this. I'm still thinking how to tackle this issue. So we were saying that about you close down the shop.
Yeah.
Then you will been through your journey
Yeah.
as an entrepreneur.
Mhm.
I think the entrepreneur has people always look at us like, oh, you're the boss, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they never look at us what we did, what we've been through.
Yes.
Never ever, man.
Yeah.
We work until midnight. For
Yeah.
example, this podcast, whatever. I was at it until midnight. Let's say I also closed down my shop, by the way. Very similar story of yours. Lasted 7 months, which is last October.
Wow.
It was in digital next to Digital Mall,
Digital
section
Mall.
14 PJ,
Yes.
and lasted for 7 months. Why? Because I'm so glad it brings corporate training to me, corporate training business. Because someone saw our poster inside, oh, we provide latte art workshop and stuff like that. So those corporate head, right, come over and ask for, they came over
For training the employees.
the initial plan for the shop, it was meant for my graduated students to have hands-on.
To hands-on.
No, I'm not looking for
okay.
money, man. But that's why from the first month it got negative up until 7 months it got negative. The reason why I don't care about this negative, man. What I care about, the people working there. So boring, man. It's so boring that especially Saturday and Sunday, that place is an office crowd area. So boring that they felt demotivated to work, to come and work. If let's say the bar is busy, I'm making loss, it would last for 10 years, man. Because I don't mind. The whole objective of this coffee bar is for my students, my graduated students, my trainers to go over there and serve bar, to have the experience to,
meet the real world.
meet the real world, not just in class learning, but also like bar learning as well. That's the whole reason. Unfortunately, there's more sitting than making coffee. And I pity them. So I have to make a move. Also, partly whenever I need people, right? I got corporate job over here. Let's say I have a team building over here. There are 2 or 1 people stuck over there. They're sitting there waiting for me. Or I close it for that day. Some people will call me on. Some people will call my company phone. Hari ni tutup ke? Kenapa tutup? I nak beli kopi lah.
Oh
something like
man.
that, man. So
Yeah.
it really hurts me. It really
Yeah.
hurts me. Customer call me like that. Not
Yeah.
because they call me, I frustrated, but
Hmm.
I'm sympathize on these customers. So I feel like I'm a piece of shit, not opening
Yes.
for them.
Yeah.
So short long term pain become a short pain. Fuck it, man.
Yeah.
I close it
Yeah.
down, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you as the founder, you gotta make that decision, right?
I have to, man. So if let's say I can bite the bullet, let's say I'm making a loss every month,
Hmm.
so long the bar is busy enough for my students to do all the works, so
Hmm.
that they gain experience, I don't mind, man. But the
Yeah.
problem is, it's
You
not.
got.
I'm really, really um, sympathize on their sitting
Hmm.
for like, if I put it in a very bad way, right?
Hmm.
To define the situation, they are
Hmm.
sitting in a very nice lockup.
Hmm.
They are sitting in a very nice lockup
Yeah.
where they have freedom to make coffee at any time.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah.
But it was a good initiative, lah.
It was a
It's
good
just
learning
maybe
experience.
the location, the time,
Yeah.
or
So
you know.
I realized there are a lot of things that a lot of walking crowd doesn't mean a lot of people will walk into your shop.
Yes.
Yeah. There are a
Yeah.
lot of corporates nearby, doesn't mean they want to come here and buy coffee. There's no
Yeah.
coffee shops over there at the time. Zeus Coffee is not even there at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean they want to come and buy from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's what I realized, man.
opening shops is very easy, but to get your
Maintain.
customers to come in,
To maintain
to maintain
the
that
business.
is the hardest.
Yeah.
I mean, as we go through these experiences,
Yeah.
it makes you realize, like, you look at big companies, it's quite amazing.
Corporates.
Like how they can start from one shop to thousands of shops. You gotta be really, really down there to understand your first few outlets. You gotta understand who you can sell to, who are the ones who are going to be your hardcore customers.
Yeah.
And these are the things that I'm still learning.
Well, I hate to say this, man. Fucking hate doing retail, man.
If only I can make money from somewhere else, I would leave retail long time ago, but it's been my income since 2013, so still looking for ways to get out from it lah. It's really tiring.
Yeah, it's because it's long hours at first. First
Yeah.
of all, it's a very long hour.
Mm.
And second of all, you are required to have manpower stationed there. No
Yes.
matter good business or bad business.
Yes.
Because you never know
Yeah.
how many people will
Wait.
come to your shop.
Exactly.
You don't want to
Yeah.
end up one person, then you end up like so
Yeah.
crowded that the person will resign the
Cannot.
next day.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Yeah. All retailers are facing the same issue.
Yeah.
You can't have it too many. You also cannot have it too less.
Yeah.
You really need to understand the customers or the location you're operating in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. So, what's your next big plan for Sprezzatura Video
Oh,
Damansara specifically?
I have this last few years has really developed me to become um I think it's more of the hardships that you go through that will shape your mindset.
Yeah.
So now when I look at it, um the first thing that I need to do is to stabilize our income.
Yeah.
Because we were badly affected, especially our roastery, which is our main revenue.
When was it that you barely affected? You were talking during the COVID?
The COVID,
Yeah.
So our roastery production dropped by about 90%.
Damn.
That is almost like I thought I just sell the machine and move on,
Mm.
But then I tried again lah. We tried to put more effort into
Building up the
supply.
business.
Yeah. And now it's becoming busier than the cafe. In terms of revenue also, it's generating more than the cafe.
So supply.
The supply. So I think this year we don't really have any big plans, but it's
More on
more of to make sure that everything is good, consistent, quality, time, also payment by clients, so that we can project uh,
What's coming up
what's
next?
coming. Yeah,
Yeah.
for me, it's more of what I want to do in 2025, because in 2023 we were not stable, and now we're stable. So I'm actually speaking to my staff, my core staff, and we are planning, discussing a few things lah that we want to do in next year, but nothing is firm yet. But it will be something new lah,
Okay.
something new. Yeah.
So I also want to ask you that back in 2013, right, when you have 2 tons of green beans, right,
Hmm.
who's the one who handle for business development? You yourself, right? You yourself? Was it you
I
yourself?
was the manager. I was the roaster.
Roaster?
I was the one looking for clients. I was the one who pack the roasted
So
beans.
at times there's nobody there to help you out.
I
first
was
opening?
the first person that joined, that I trained to become a roaster is Jamie. So she now runs her own roastery, February Coffee Roaster. I
Okay.
think because she was born in February.
Mhm.
So I actually met her in BGA class, under Daniel lah, during that time. My trainer was Levi. He's working with Pulp now.
Mm.
And Trista, he's with Olam in China.
Okay.
So they are doing very, very well now, the trainers. And Daniel, if you know him, he's also running a training academy.
Yeah, Barista Guild Asia, right?
Yeah, Barista Guild Asia. So in my class, now there are, I think, two or three roasters. Drum Coffee Roaster from Kelantan is one of them.
Yeah.
And now Jamie. So she, yeah, actually the learning process, if I can say, I was learning, and then I needed someone to help me. So Jamie was willing to help me in the roastery side of the business. So she became my first coffee roaster.
I see.
So we were learning and doing things together, and yeah, that was how it started lah.
I see. So that Jamie, when she helped you on the roastery side, so that you can focus more on the business side,
Yep.
doing sales and stuff.
Yep.
So you were traveling around Klang Valley, looking for client,
Yes.
trying to get some sales back.
It was yeah, when I look at it from now, it was quite a not really effective strategy lah. What we did was we roasted some coffee, pack it into small bags. We just randomly go out to
Giving out
restaurants, yeah, cafes and all. I mean, a lot of people still do that now,
Yeah.
which when they come to me, my response will always be, I think you gotta find another strategy lah.
Solution.
Because
Yeah.
even if you give me the sample, there's nothing that will make me want to try it. You know, like you give me 100 samples also, it's not like, I don't feel indebted to try it. And that's what the first time when I did that, we give to even friends, friends who open their own shops. They
They
take it,
never even open the
and
bag.
yeah, you wait 1 month, 2 months, it's still there. So how we actually started to grow the roastery was, there was a very popular cafe in Hatamas, Poji and the Banker.
Yeah.
They were churning about maybe 8 to 10,000 revenue, ringgit a day.
A day.
So their consumption was really a lot.
Unfortunately, they closed eventually.
They
Yeah.
eventually closed both outlets in Hartamas and Mongkiara. But during that time, at their peak, we spoke to the owner. We told them, we put a coffee grinder for them next to their existing grinder. But for this grinder, they
Only
need to
use your
use our
beans.
coffee.
Yeah.
And they agreed. So they started with very small amount, like 5 kilo a week. But I asked the owner if we can put some branding lah, like poster of what this coffee is. you know how specialty coffee is.
Yeah.
You need to mention the farm, the varietal, the
Yeah,
processing, and
fancy
all that.
stuff,
So we did that, and because the place is already so famous, that generated a lot of inquiries from other popular cafes.
Okay.
So suddenly it boomed our production. Like they started ordering more coffee, and then other people like Grumpy Cyclists also started ordering coffee. They were also very busy at that time. And since then we never do any more
Like,
marketing.
who inspired you to have this idea?
Uh,
Did the owners like ask you, can you place
no.
something over here?
I I had a partner before when I started the business.
Yeah.
So we were discussing it. So if I want to be fair to him, I think it's both of us. We were bouncing ideas, and yeah, I
So
think
that's how the meeting, brainstorming, then got the idea. Then you're willing to invest in the grinder.
in the grinder,
Just
yeah.
loan over there
Yep.
for Pod G.
Yes. So yeah, I think that's one of the good side of having a partner so that you can bounce ideas. But of course, there are also other downside of having a partner especially when the business is very small. I'm talking about less than 3 or 5 million revenue per annum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the grinder the time that you put it there?
It was a F64 Sprezzatura,
Yeah.
which is I think it was quite a good grinder.
I think right now they are still quite famous in a lot of cafes.
Yep. We also always
F64.
push, especially someone new in the coffee industry, we push this grinder to them lah.
That's good, man. That's good. So eventually that really brought you up for a lot of inquiry in the business.
Yeah.
And do you replicate this kind of doing style for other cafes as well?
No, because I mean one grinder costs you about 4,000. Even though you can make you can cover that investment very quickly in a busy cafe, but I don't see that as because not everyone is honest enough to
do this kind of stuff.
yeah.
You
I
need
mean,
a very honest partner.
yeah. So we don't want to be like a bank, like, oh, take this for free. And we don't have the capacity of a bank to monitor.
Yeah.
So I thought it's not really a good strategy lah to do it to everyone. But that was enough already because we were roasting on a 1 kilo, and we were roasting on
a lot of inquiries of can you supply me 20 kilo per week and stuff like that.
And we couldn't maintain the production until we had to rent from Brew and Bread. So we were going to Brew and Bread to roast. We brought in like 3 to 4 bags. Kota Kemuning.
Roast at night.
Roast the entire day and bring it back and pack, and it was such a tiring thing lah. Yeah, and it's not close to us. It takes
40 minutes.
40 minutes. Yeah. So then Bim bought a Probat 5 kilo. It was a lot closer to us, but still, it was on the second floor. So we needed to take the stairs. Can you imagine that? Carrying the jute bag up the stairs. It was quite a lot of work.
I see.
Especially Jamie as a lady, right?
Yeah, understand. So when is like you were using Probat 1 kilo, right? Then when was time that you upgraded?
Oh, that's when
the next machine is 5 kilos, I would say.
5 kilos. So when we saw that the 1 kilo cannot cope anymore, I managed to convince the investor to pump in another set of investment. So we bought the 5 kg Probaton.
The
Probaton
cost like 150,000.
100, about 100 something.
Yeah.
So but that took around 4-5 months for the production. So
that means pre-order from Probat, and then it took them like 5 months to fulfill the order.
Yeah, quite long. I can't remember how long, but it was quite long lah to wait for that machine to arrive.
Does it have any distributor at the time?
No, until now the only distributor is based in Indonesia, and we don't see a point ordering from them because they also have to.
Here, right?
No, there is no service, and they also have to order from Germany. So it's like they order from Germany, I pay to them, and they will send it from Germany to us. So I would rather just buy from
Yeah,
Germany.
obviously
Lah.
there's no service from them.
No,
Yeah,
no,
it's
not at
good
all.
that let's say you have a distributor and you have a service.
It's
At least
yeah.
you're willing to pay for a cut.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah. I think they should find one in this region at least.
okay. I think it's very hard to find.
Yeah.
This market is very niche, man.
Yeah. I
One
don't
product
think.
can last you 100 years.
Yeah, because I don't think they can sell even 5 or 10 a year in Malaysia.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, we're too small.
Because
Man.
it's not cheap.
It's not cheap.
And especially right now we have
hmm.
like manufacturer brands from China and Taiwan.
Yes,
Man, they're so
Vietnam,
good, man.
Indonesia,
Yeah.
so many now.
Yeah, man. It's like 1 kilo probably cost you like 15,000.
Yep,
There's
or
like
less.
the bullet, Idea bullet.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's around 18,000 or 15. Yeah,
15, yeah.
yeah.
15
That's
plus
quite
minus,
quite reasonable for 1 kilo.
Yeah, man. So because that I'm not too sure like Gießen, all these, right? Dutch Master
Hmm.
and Probat and Deirdrick, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too sure how do they do the business. I'm still wondering how
Hmm.
many machines can they sell in the whole Asian countries.
Actually, they sell a lot.
Damn, they sell a lot.
Yes, they cannot cope with the production.
Oh damn.
I actually went to their factory,
The
in
yeah.
2012.
What's the capacity of manpower over there?
The engineers, I don't think that
100?
many. No.
Less.
No, a lot less than that.
Okay.
The factory is huge, but the people who are trained to
Do
manufacture, the assembling isn't at that time maybe less than 10.
I see.
Now maybe even if it's busy 20, 30.
I see.
I don't know, but I because there's so many things to factor in, right? It's
Yeah.
like car manufacturing lah. You
Yeah.
cannot make mistakes. You're working with gas
thing
and
is just probably
fire.
explode.
Yeah.
Someone will die, man.
So yeah, and a lot of testing before delivery of the machine.
I
So
see.
mm.
Do you still faithful to Deirdrick? Sorry,
To
Probat.
oh yes. If I ever get any investment, it will definitely be a Probet.
Why not like other brands like probably like Loring and Stronghold?
Well, I love Loring. I mean, Three Little Birds.
Are they the most expensive roaster
I think
currently
so. I think so.
from USA?
Yeah. I think it's because it's manufactured in USA and the quality is really, really
In terms of what quality? Build up quality or the roast quality?
both the quality of the machine and the quality of the roast. Because it works on a different way. It's a air roaster compared to Probet. It's a
I heard there's
drum.
no drum right inside.
There is a drum, but what the fire does is it produces heat inside a drum, and this heat is being channeled into the main drum where the coffee is. So it's hot air roasting the coffee inside a drum.
Basically, it's air fryer in terms
Yeah.
of roasting.
So it produces very clean coffee, and if you roast something that is naturally harsh, like mandling or what, you can actually make it a bit cleaner,
Rounder.
So it's nice, I mean, but it's really pricey. I mean, you
How
need
pricey? Do you want to give me? You want to enlighten me?
The last
I think they
time-
have 6 kilos, not 5, right?
it's 15.
The smallest one?
The smallest one, oh,
6
they
kilos,
started,
right?
yeah. I can't remember. I think 3 kilos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
How much does it cost? for
that
the
3
entry level?
kilo, I think around 150 to 200
shit,
or
man.
something. Yeah, I can't remember. But
Mm.
the 15 kilo used to be 500,000. 500,000 for 15 kilo. Actually, I can get like 45 kilo with Probet.
I see.
I mean, if you look at production,
Are they
That's
still
a
using
big
Loring
difference,
using gas?
gas.
Gas.
Yeah. I think you can use LPG or natural gas.
I see.
That can be set lah.
I see. So because most probably they have patent other technology, right?
Yeah, it's the air roasting lah. The
Yeah.
system of the
It's
how
not
the
furnace.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not furnace, right? For
Yeah.
like Probat is drum furnace.
Yes. Probet has always focused on just a simple, like the drum is rotating over the fire, but it's just the type of fire that you're working on, whether it's a, like those gas at home
Yeah.
or a chamber.
Yeah.
So
So what is your dream roasting machine?
what I
Don't
would
talk about
love,
money, man. Don't talk about money.
I
What's your capacity? What's
think
your brand? And
I would love to work on a UG22 ProBat.
okay,
22, it can roast up to 25 kilo. I think it is
25
that
kilos. That is huge, man.
25 kilo is still okay lah.
Still okay.
Not that bad. I mean, they produce 45, 60, 120 kilo roasting machine, but I mean, like how you brew coffee, you gotta feel, that connection, right? And if I don't know, I've never roasted on a 120 kilo machine, but with my 5 kilo, I really feel, like, okay, I understand what it's happening.
Yeah.
And I think I can do that with a 22 kilo. But when it's too big,
Yeah.
maybe you need more time to get that
Understand.
connection lah.
Yeah. Understand more now.
Yeah.
What's happening in the drum?
Yeah.
You know, when I'm not too sure that I went to Aichong Coffee. I'm sure you know, right? Aichong. Melaka.
Melaka. Oh,
Melaka.
okay.
Yeah.
The factory or
Factory, yes. The factory and
how was
office.
it?
Fucking good, man.
Yeah.
I just made me realize one thing. Staff is very important.
Okay.
Employees is very important.
Mm.
And Aichong really showed the example.
Mm-hmm.
What do I mean, right? From outside, it looks super old factory. From outside, it looks like some sort of rundown. Because I'm not too sure whether they do it intentionally or whatever. The paint is a little bit fall off.
It's the Melaka look lah.
Yeah, very 60s,
Yeah.
70s look, and then the signage is never replaced new. Maybe because of, I don't know, feng shui or whatever. But when you walk in their office, man,
It's modern, huh?
like a spa, dude. That's what I can say, man. Like a spa, man. I can never expect this. They have a pantry.
Okay.
Looks like a cafe. Nobody operate it because it's a pantry.
Okay.
Staff can do whatever.
So anyone can brew coffee there.
Yeah, they have all these biscuits and Aichong coffee, obviously. You know what they have? Linear Mini.
Using Aichong coffee.
No, that's what I'm about following up the story.
Okay.
Hear me out, man.
Okay.
They also have, obviously they have, I'm not too sure, but right now, that was like 2 years ago. Also, they have Hey Cafe over there, which is a grinder.
Okay.
All-rounded grinder lah. So basically, they do filter espresso using the Hey Cafe. Just now you asked me, are they using Aichong coffee? The oily ones? No, they are not. You know why? They have a 30 kilo Gison behind.
Doing what?
Specialty roasting, man. Specialty coffee
For
beans.
supply or for a supermarket?
Supply.
Okay,
You can
that
imagine
makes a
this
lot
guy.
of sense.
And also in Shopee, e-commerce, and TikTok selling. They have a lot of influencers selling for them.
No
Dan
wonder.
Boon Hyung is one of them.
Under the same branding or different branding?
Aichong represents the coffee.
Okay.
Whatever the local drip bags, all these Copio 3-in-1, all this. But there's another brand under specialty one. It's not called. It's not
something else,
Aichong. It's not Aichong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went there, man. First time I saw 30 kilo, man. It's like a double-story bungalow.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah.
Huge, man. So they brought me in. Their roastery for Robusta. Also, they brought me into their specialty roasting room.
So it must be the second or third generation of the family,
I'm not too sure.
coming out with this idea.
Because I went there with Dan Boon Hyung, our national badminton player. Because he
Okay.
contacted me. He
Okay.
contacted me through one of my students who
I
attended
see.
my class. So they wanted me to go there and do some videos for them.
I see.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Dan Boon Hyung is the TikTok ambassador and also their brand ambassador.
Oh, for Aichong.
So initially he wanted to introduce me to their boss, but that day the boss is fell in sick, so he didn't show up lah.
Okay.
Yeah. Initially he wanted me to meet the
Wow.
boss,
That's a good experience, if you can do that.
Yeah, man.
But
I'm
yeah lah.
so grateful. I'm so grateful. Also, you're here to talk about this. Well, man. So
Yeah.
sometime although I feel like
Mm.
entitled,
I mean, you must have done something in the past that makes you able to do this right now, right?
yeah, I'm not too sure about that, man. Good or bad, I'm not too sure.
I mean,
But
if you had done nothing in the industry and you suddenly want to call people up, I don't think anyone will respond to you.
you know
So
what? You want to hear the funny story?
yeah.
When the time I having Zoom meeting with Tan Bu Hyung, right?
Mm.
In my mind, who the fuck is this guy?
How dare you, man?
So disrespectful.
Dude, before you do anything with people, you gotta do a bit of stalking.
No,
Not stalking, but
the
you need to
problem
find
research, right?
Yeah, research. Yeah,
The problem, my student
didn't
he
mention.
expected me to know who is Dan Bu Hyung.
Ah,
He expected me. Dan Bu Hyung wants to meet you. This and that. I mean, why is this guy full name one? Why is this guy full name, dude? So I didn't like care much until Dan Bu Hyung is there,
mm,
and then I look at his face, dude. He's talking to me. This guy look like familiar.
mm,
And then he talking about last time he was whatever badminton all this, right?
mm,
Then started during the Zoom call. I
mm,
started to WhatsApp to my texted my students.
mm.
Do you know Dan Bu Hyung? Then he said yes. Who's this guy? National badminton player.
Oh
Then I started to
my
research
god.
shit.
Suddenly you treat him differently, yeah?
No, I did not.
Suddenly extra
No,
nice.
I did not treat him differently. It's just like I feel like a piece of shit. So I didn't do my job.
Yeah, actually, that happens a lot.
Then I saw that I know already
Mm.
because my IG always come out his video. Dong Gan Jiong, Dong Gan Jiong, Dong Gan Jiong. Then I know, hey, this is the guy of Dong Gan Jiong. Then I start to know because it looks different from
Yeah.
Zoom. It's a little bit different. The sound is the same. But the
Yeah.
person maybe he was holding the hand or phone,
Yeah.
Zoom or zooming with me at home.
Mm.
It's a bit different.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's why I felt so blessed to
Mm.
have spending a whole day talking to Dan Bu Hyung.
Mm.
Dan Bu Hyung was digging my brain as well. He I don't speak on his behalf, but he was asking a lot about my academy, how
Okay.
he can replicate
Mm.
the business model
Mm.
for my barista class and all this into his badminton business academy.
Mm.
Yeah, we will. I'm so blessed. I have a long ass conversation with him.
Mm.
He's a very nice guy, very
Mm.
humble, and he's a fucking tall guy, man. In real, really
Taller
tall,
than
man.
you,
I think I'm tall. Oh, he's taller than me.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Really, man. 186 or something.
Oh, wow.
In
Wow,
the
that's
video,
really
it
that's
look
tall.
like normal 170 guy.
Skinny, yeah. That's why.
He's not that skinny.
It's not that.
He's quite huge because he's 185, right?
Mm.
185 or 186.
Wow.
He's a
That's like
really,
10
really tall
centimeter
guy,
more
man.
than me.
So I am so blessed that I can have a long conversation on the way to Aichong because he fetched me, not
Mm.
me. Now I mean he has a driver, his assistant,
Mm.
and then we met at a gathering point. Then we hop into his car. Then he started talking to me.
Mm.
The whole business model. He's trying to dig my mind,
Mm.
and also trying to dig his mind. So what he think about all this and that.
Mm.
So he gave me a lot of insights about badminton,
Mm.
badminton industry,
Okay.
national athletic industry.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's why fascinating guy,
Mm.
really fascinating guy, and also a very good businessman. Yeah, he was that time his office was Pavilion Bukit Jalil at the time. Pavilion Bukit
Oh,
Jalil.
not bad.
When he moved in, Pavilion does not exist.
Oh,
He
he
was
moved in
jungle.
before. Okay.
It was jungle. Just that 2 rows of shop lots
Shop
and
lots.
office, right, at the time. Then when Pavilion moved in, then the rent is like super crazy, according to him. Yeah, man. Yeah, by the way, back to your story, right? Enough of badminton stuff. I don't play badminton, by the way. I just don't have the
I love badminton.
You love, huh?
Yeah. I mean,
have friends who
I play a lot of sports. And badminton
You know what?
is one
I'm
of
so
it.
scared of touching new hobbies.
Why?
It takes away my time, man. So scared, man.
Well, as long as you, I mean, I don't know. I
No,
love
I
any sports.
I love sports.
Hmm.
You love badminton. What
Yeah.
else do you love?
Football,
Football, futsal,
futsal,
what else?
basketball.
Basketball. So obviously,
I'm not saying I'm really good at it, but
yeah,
I
you love doing
play.
it. You
Yeah,
love playing it, right?
yeah.
So obviously,
Squash.
you're a
Yeah.
team person.
Yes,
You're a
yes,
team
yes.
person. I'm a loner, man.
So what do you play? Chess?
Playing chess with AI.
Oh my.
No. I don't. I love to go gym.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to be fanatic for bodybuilding.
Okay. Oh wow.
How fanatic? At one time, 45 pieces of eggs. Egg whites.
Wow. That's
bowl,
really a
the
lot.
bowl is like this. This big.
Okay, that's
one and a half bowl, man.
oh my god,
One and a half
that's
bowl. Yeah. But normal day was 30 pieces of eggs the time. Microwave it, half boil.
oh, microwave.
Yeah, microwave. I know the trick how to microwave
Okay.
from the top.
Yeah.
It's half boil until bottom is half boil. So
Okay.
if you do not the trick, right, there's only
Yeah.
the top layer is
Cooked.
then the
bottom
bottom
one.
is transparent, clear. That's not
Wow.
what we want. When the whole thing is like half boiled,
Yeah.
it looks like tofu fry, you know.
My god.
So yeah, that was.
Why do you need 30
Well,
pieces of eggs?
I hate protein. I hate this protein shake, man. the
Oh,
protein
okay.
powder.
Yeah.
Because why? I used to take them.
Hmm.
It bulked me up,
Yeah.
but also bulked my waist and
Yeah.
everything else as well.
Yeah.
So I stopped taking it. I just take pure protein from chicken
From-
eggs. Yeah, from eggs. That's why.
Mm.
That's why I don't really go for basketballs because you need their time.
Yes.
My time have to align with their time. Their time have to align with my time.
Yes.
I can go to gym wherever I want, whatever I want.
Whenever you're free.
Yeah, whenever free.
Whenever you want.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, whenever I want. I don't have to.
Yeah.
Hey, where you are, Ken? You're late, man. I don't have to do
Yeah.
that shit. So that's why I'm a loner in that sense.
Okay.
I don't watch sports at all. I don't.
Okay.
I try not to pay attention.
I mean, everyone has their own the things that motivate them lah. So I mean, I have always been a sports person, and I can play any sports that you. If you teach me something new, I probably can do like 20-30% of it.
Yeah, that's the danger
Yeah.
part, man. I'm so afraid now, not 30%. I'm so afraid I'm contributing 100%. Fuck this business,
Yeah.
man. Let's go for play futsal.
But I think football teaches me a lot. Football teaches me, especially running a business.
Yeah, man.
You have everyone has their own
Character.
character responsibilities, and if you're not at your place at the time you are needed most, that's it lah. So I look at myself as a coach lah when I'm running a business. So I always tell or share my thoughts with my staff to, if you are responsible for certain things, you gotta man up, you gotta make sure that you are in charge. So that all comes from sports lah.
Yeah.
Team sports.
Agree, man.
Yeah.
I totally agree. It's not about the sports, it's the issue, it's me myself. I always love to do everything right.
But this is, I mean, what you're doing now is doesn't require really much of a team. So I mean,
it's I don't see anyone here, right?
Yeah.
I used to have because I cannot really depend on them. Sometimes my podcast is 9 p.m. Sometimes my podcast 8:30 p.m. They cannot
Okay.
wait for me over here. So everything I have to practice myself.
Yeah.
Make sure it's alone,
Yeah.
self-produced.
Yeah.
Then only I can run.
But do you need them? Or
Well,
will
if
it?
let's say they are here to take care of my DSLR, there won't be any issue. But I
Okay.
cannot depend on them at all time. I have to
Okay.
really practice myself.
Okay.
All the situation without them, what will I do? And also the good thing about this, right? I can learn and also I can deploy them, do some other more important things.
There's some positive in it lah.
Yeah,
Right.
always something
Yeah.
positive, no matter how fucked up
No,
it is.
yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
very good
yeah,
way to
yeah.
put it.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's always good, good in everything, right? So
Yeah, sure, man.
I
So I
yeah.
also want to know, right?
Mm,
Just now you were saying that
mm,
I love marketplace.
mm.
Is it called I love marketplace?
The website.
Your website?
I
Right?
love coffeemarket.com.
I love coffeemarket.com
Mm.
right now, which is transition become Buna
Buna
Market.
Market. Yeah.
First of all, I want to ask you two things, man.
Mm.
What the fuck does it mean, Sprezzatura? I'm sorry, my words, man. That's really like
you know, I, w- I I have never been this person that uses fancy words before. But when I went to study in Europe, I got really interested in
it's an Italian name,
architecture.
right?
It's Italian.
Yeah.
So I went for holidays in Europe because you know Ryanair is quite cheap, right?
Yeah.
In UK. So visited Rome couple of times, Milan and all these places in Italy, and I really like the history of Italy itself from the Roman Empire up to today. And I came out with this word lah while reading some article, Sprezzatura, and I really like the meaning of it.
Yeah. What's the meaning? Can you define for
So
us?
basically, there's a actually they don't really use this name in Italy. It's just an expression,
Yeah.
like someone can do something Sprezzatura way, something like that. So during the time of where the king gets people to entertain him with all this fancy I don't know like circus or all that. So they call these people Sprezzatura, even though the things they do are really skilled. You need to be really trained to do it, but they make it look like it's so easy.
Okay.
So a lot of people do this in sports or in whatever things that require skills. You can't show that it's so difficult. You need to make it look so simple
Yeah.
that people want to replicate, they cannot because they need to train.
That sounds like a barista, man.
Exactly. So I thought, wow, that's because when we of course now we can just brew coffee so easily, but give it to your friend who never touched an espresso machine, they can't. They will be struggling and checking every single small things, and I thought it is a really nice name lah for a coffee company.
Understand. Now, look, man, we can continue this, but first, I need to pee.
Okay. I need water. I think this coffee is getting me.
Right, we're back checking. All right, just now we were saying Sprezzatura. The next we'll be asking you what is Buna Market? Who is Buna?
Buna. So how Buna started was quite interesting. The idea came from my wife. So after we closed down our shop in TTDI, I really needed to generate some cash
Okay.
or cash flow lah. So and what we had, we leveraged on, and that was our contract with our trader. We had so much coffee that we cannot use. Then I created the ilovecoffeemarket.com. We started selling the green beans. When I started promoting green beans, suddenly there's so many people requesting it. Like out of nowhere, like people from Nilai, from Terengganu, from
All these are
Perlis,
home roasters.
and small and medium size. That's when my wife told me, hey, where do these people sell their coffee? Why don't you just open a website to sell their roasted coffee? Because, that is, also quite good lah. Then, because I have never been in IT business, I don't know how to
E-commerce.
even my first website, I had to pay someone few thousand just to design the website. Now I spent a couple of months learning how to work with Shopify. Then I found out a way to actually create like a marketplace. Then it happened. So but when it happened, I didn't have a name. So I wanted to choose, when you ask me what is the meaning of Buna. So now I wanted to have a place where people can be together in the coffee. Anyone who loves coffee should be in the same room lah. So I came up with this name Buna, which is in Ethiopian language. It's a coffee ceremony. So what happened is in Ethiopia, if you go there, if someone invite you in to drink coffee, they will have the green beans. They will roast in front of you,
Yeah.
and then they will
Charcoal.
yeah
Put in a clay pot.
yeah clay pot, and then they brew it all, and so that you can drink in a big group.
They use pestle mortar to grind the beans, right?
Yes. So I thought that that is really nice name, you know, and nice meaning to what I want to do with Buna Market. So I can't name it Buna.com because no one would know what are you know. So I thought, okay lah, we name it initially we wanted to name Buna Coffee Market, but it sounds a bit
Too
weird
long. Okay.
and too long. So end up Buna lah. So yeah, that's Buna
Then
for
how do
you.
you know the Ethiopian word Buna? Like what kind of
It's
inspiration you got?
actually just searching on like
Online Google?
yeah, like Google and reading articles, and yeah, that's how I saw the name of Buna.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Hmm.
what is the next big plan for Buna?
Well, now you know when I first started Buna, I only wanted
Do
to
you
sell.
consider doing well for Buna Market currently?
Now I think we sell a lot more of commercial and high-end machines
Okay.
rather than coffee beans.
Like
So
define high-end machines?
well, like Linea Mini,
Mhm.
E1 Prima, some grinders, or office machines. We do get a lot of orders from
Do
customers.
you lease office machine?
Yes, we do.
Really?
Yes, we list them.
They have to commit your coffee beans?
No,
Do you have
this is outright purchase.
okay
Yeah. So anyone with an office, they need a
coffee machine?
office machines. They can just buy with deliver a simple transaction lah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't do any renting, leasing and all that because
see.
we don't own the machines. We are only resellers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you consider Buna Market is doing well currently?
I think if you can define well by profitable,
Are you
then
happy with
I think so.
the
Yeah.
results?
Because initially we only wanted to sell coffee beans. We wanted to unite the coffee roasters.
At first you wanted to
under-
sell green beans, then
and then
sell
roasted,
roasted coffee
yeah.
beans.
and uniting the roasteries because roasters are all over the place during that time. But we were facing challenges from Shopee and Lazada because and also their own website. So it was quite difficult to convince people initially. A lot of people didn't really agree to the idea, and they also don't want to give margins. You know, which I find it weird. Like when you sell on Shopee, Shopee takes a
5%.
certain percentage, but when you sell it on other platforms, you just because I can speak to you as a person, you don't want to give it. So I find it very weird. But yeah, when we started doing that, then we had the idea of getting accessories. This is prior to the lockdown in March. I still remember March 18. That was the first day of lockdown. So I managed
I think
to
lockdown is 2020, right? March.
2020. Yeah. So yeah. If I remember correctly, lah, it
18
was
March
18 March
2020.
2020. Yeah. I went to Classic Coffee under Go during that time. He managed to secure that meeting with the entire team. So from that presentation to the company, they listed so many products. Their
Into
Belletti,
into
their
your website,
into my
Buna
website.
Market, yeah.
So I of course I teach them how to do it, and they agreed to join as a seller. That really like make it like boom lah.
Your catalog become like a lot.
Like yeah, from like 100 SKU to like 500 or something like that. Like it's really like that generated a lot of traffic to the website, and people started buying. Especially the lockdown created a lot of
Yeah, home
home
brewers,
brewers.
home baristas, man.
Yeah, so yeah, then when we saw the revenue coming in, we were like, hey, there's Denkov, there's Bon Cafe, there's Coffex, there's so many people. So I started engaging everyone lah, everyone in the market, and yeah, now we are selling more products than coffee beans.
I mean, more gadgets and
More
equipment.
gadgets, yeah, accessories, paper filters,
You were
drippers, and all
saying
that.
that selling roasted coffee beans, there's many orders tend to be overlooked by the roaster themselves, right?
Yes, yes. During the lockdown, not so much.
Everyone's hungry, obviously.
Everyone is always on the dot. The coffee are fresh, no issues. But over time, they learn to probably create their own website and they learn to sell on
Shopee.
Shopee and Lazada.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
So right now it becomes that you are second priority.
yes, or third.
Yeah, or third.
Or fourth.
Yeah. So what happens is customers getting stale beans, not stale beans, but
But
long roasted,
yeah, it
more than
could,
30 days or something like
yeah,
that. So
like
customers will complain to you.
yes.
So you have to handle complaint.
Yes, we have to handle all the customer service, and we don't have that key person anymore, and also the time to do that. For the amount of revenue we can generate from that, it is really not worth it, lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then what is your capacity for Buna Market? What is staff capacity?
0.
Right now it's all by yourself, man.
Yes.
Oh,
I
man.
did. All my staff are being
Those
salaried under
pictures-
Sprezzatura.
Those pictures that I saw from website, you're the one who uploaded it?
I do engage a person to help create the
website.
posters.
Yeah.
No, not website. Just the because I don't know how to design, so I engage someone to help me with the posters and manage a bit of the inquiries. But now not so much. It's more on the posters only. But I'll be updating the website regularly. Yeah.
I see.
Mm.
I see. So you basically still all
All yeah.
Sprezzatura staff, do they help out on the Buna Market? in
Only
terms of
when there's some orders, they will
packing?
help. Packing or inquiries for machines. So it's like a multi-function job lah
very
for
similar
some
to
of them.
here lah.
Yeah,
Very
I
similar
mean,
by my side as well.
yeah, I always tell my staff like, if you want one function only, go to Starbucks. I mean, you can be a barista only. You don't need to do multiple things. But
Yeah.
if you want to learn and understand more greater things, you can be here. I will teach you. And everyone that join us, they actually learn more than they can from working at Starbucks.
Yeah, man.
Which is good for them,
Yeah.
So yeah,
And also, what is Sprezzatura capacity right now? What's the staff headcount?
there's 3 people.
3 people.
One roaster, one considered as barista, and one the person that manages
The whole.
the entire thing.
I see.
Yeah,
So including you before.
including me 4, yes.
Yeah.
And this is I like to run things as lean as possible. Because remember when we had about 16 staff operating between Filios, Sprezzatura, and TTDI. I realized that if you can create an environment that is lean enough, you don't really need that many people, and you can increase the salaries of those working
with you.
And these people will be like Superman lah. They can understand a lot of things, and that is better for them, better for the company, and better for customers. So I thought in our operation is better because we receive inquiries regularly to sell machines or for training or for consulting. So I cannot have someone that has no idea what's happening to answer these people.
I see.
So everyone knows, what to answer.
I see. So your team is like they know how to do everything. Basically,
Yes.
To
Yep.
run Sprezzatura.
Yep.
Right. So
Yep.
understand on that. So I also wanted to ask you, right? When you started this business, right? Who are the one that you look up to, man? Where you have stuck in business, don't know what to do. Did you have,
during
someone like, probably like your father, or probably like some business friend.
Okay, by the way, when I started a business, my father didn't even give 1 penny to me. I it was my savings and the investment, obviously. Um, I have, I mean, I come from a family of seven siblings.
Yeah.
With my parents, 9 of us. So, I don't blame my parents not to have enough time to raise us. I mean, to put enough time to engage or share with us their experiences. So a lot of things that I learned are from my group of friends. So, and I'm not I don't really have a mentor or someone that I look up to, like someone close. But I mean, there's YouTube and Google, so I read a lot about people's autobiography, and I learned that business, of course, running a business is not like working, and you only understand that when you are actually running a business. And from there, there's like some of the billionaires now, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. There's so many old videos, not the recent one, when they just started to rise up. Watch those videos, you will feel them because you are going through it. So this really helped. And one of the things that really helped me is that Elon Musk said that if you need motivation and someone to inspire you or motivate you to do business, then don't do it, because no one has that time. No one cares, and no one will understand the pain that you have to go through.
Yeah.
And I find it really true. Like
Relevant.
even the closest person to me, I mean, my family is supportive, but they can never understand 100% what I'm going through. The people that I meet every day, the challenges, all the problems you face,
When you
daily
have
basis.
business, every day there's a problem.
Yeah, so there's no point. So what you need is more of your mindset needs to change. So I try to train that, like, okay, there's a new problem. How do I deal with this now? So yeah, I think that thanks to YouTube and Google.
But what drives you though? What drives you every day? Keep on going to expand your business, grow your business. What really drives you? Is it because of your family? Is it because of what's the reason that you feel motivated and go out and
Yeah, 2013 I was still single.
Mm.
I got married 2014. After I got married, I felt a sense of responsibility to make sure everything's in order. If you can speak to my mom, you can ask her how many times I wanted to quit. It's like every time something difficult happens, I'll call her. I cannot take it. I need to maybe go back and live with you, or find a job or what. And every single time, then as we had children, then I thought, okay lah. In my mind, I don't think and there's a way to go back, because the only way is forward. So I will just do whatever I can. If the result doesn't come to what I expect, and I've tried my best. I've come to terms with that lah. Before, when you are young, that young blood,
not so much of
like,
responsibility.
yeah,
You guys do
and
whatever you want.
you don't think so much, but as you get older, you feel like, yeah, I think I think things change lah. So yeah, I think family is number one lah for me.
Yeah, of course, man. First
Yeah,
priority, right?
it's always, yeah.
For me, I always think about this. If I don't work, my people has no job.
Yes.
And if I don't work, who else is providing this kind of service? Whatever my clients, right? Then will started to don't have anymore. I always wanted to learn. Right now you all close shop already. Where do I go?
So, well, that's a really great motivation, man. It's I mean, it if you have that motivation, regardless what happens, it will, it will drive you to to keep moving.
Keep on moving.
Yeah, that's important to have.
Yeah.
Especially when you're starting something new, something that
Mm.
has not been done before, or even it's been done before, it might be a better way to do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Then next question I want to ask you. Do you see positivity in terms of specialty coffee industry
In Malaysia,
in Malaysia as a whole? I would say whole world and Malaysia. Most importantly, where we stay.
if you look at how we respond to the changes in the world, we always follow what other countries are doing.
Mm.
But uh, I initially I thought it would be the case. Like we will just follow what people in US or Europe or Australia, or now I think China is moving quite fast, Japan and all that. But this globalization, and you look at how internet is working, it's becoming like niche, like whatever exposure we get will be mostly from within. So I think that I'm positive about Malaysia because you look at Malaysians, we are very positive people, We don't have any crazy people shouting out there, hey, stupid, are you,
Yeah.
specialty coffee, all coffee is the same. We don't have that. But in other countries, they might have that because a lot of haters.
Yeah.
So I believe that we can grow, but how fast? It really depends on the industry mover. And I have always emphasized this to a lot of the people I meet. Instead of working alone, if you want to move fast, you gotta collaborate. You gotta work together. You gotta find ways to to move together rather than
Going alone.
you go your way, this one go this way, and that you can move, but it will take a longer time. And you look at all big companies in the world, like Apple and Microsoft. Apple was using Microsoft system. All the software was Microsoft software. They were just a hardware company. Only when they were big enough, they started their own software. So in Malaysia, as we grow, I realize people are very secretive. They don't want to share where they get their supplies. They feel like someone is always like copying them, which is true. A lot of people like to copy other people, but I think you get the right partner if you can have a little bit of faith, and of course you got to do your background check and all that to see if this person can you work with him, and that will really move the industry faster than anyone else. And that is always the hardest lah, to trust. Yeah, let's see lah what happens, in 5-10 years time.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's the thing. So there's so many copiers. I don't give a shit, man. I don't give a shit.
Exactly.
You don't copy me, you will copy. I saw quite a lot of very similar syllabus of latte workshop of mine, which is
You mean they copy your syllabus? Wow, that
before me, right? Before me, let me tell you this one. Before me, there's nobody in Malaysia dare to do just latte art. They always
foundation.
Oh, you have to do latte. Okay, come, you have to join this, dialing in, espresso, and then milk steaming class, another 300. Then only like you talk about latte art.
Oh, you mean like very specific to, okay, modular.
You can't really jump into latte art.
Just latte
So
art.
that means 300, 300, 300. That means it's like 900 already.
Oh, wow.
Before that. So right now, after that, I don't give a shit about what I was doing. I just do what I think is correct, what I think is ethical, what I think is interesting to my students. I got even laugh from people. And I tell you this, I've been through people don't even take a look at my shit when I seek for collaboration. Seriously, I've been through all this shit on the first year, second year, and third year. I don't give a fuck. That's not going to stop me from doing what I want to do. It's just they have a narrow-minded.
Yes, they can't see what you are seeing.
Yeah, so I'm fine. anyone wants to copy my latte workshop, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, I'm fine, man. If you send some mystery shopper come and attend my class, I don't give a shit, man. So long I'm doing my
Mystery
own
shopper.
thing. Yes, I have, man.
Really, yeah?
Yeah, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure.
But you feel you
But
feel like there's
I saw some advertisement. They really very similar in terms of the syllabus. They have whatever information very similar. But I don't care. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm happy if you are in this ball game. You help me to spread more knowledge.
Yeah.
You help us to spread more knowledge to more students, to inspire more people to join this workforce. I don't mind, man. So long, let's put it this way. If let's say my competitor is very healthy and very knowledgeable and spreading good words of good knowledge to all these people, I'm very happy. I even want to meet them.
Yes.
I even want to talk to them because I never seen someone is very positive, like spreading the good education, teaching the right skills, and molding someone very good. So far I have not seen anyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you have people say, right, if your goal is real, you don't care about fire,
What?
man.
Yeah, that's right.
When it's cold down, then you can mold whatever bag you want, man.
Yeah,
That's what they
yeah.
say, right?
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
true,
We are at 1.5 hour mark.
Oh, wow. That's how long we've been talking, huh?
Good conversation in a blink of the eye.
Wow.
I want to ask you, anything else you want to share?
Well, there's always so much to say, lah. There's always something to share and to say, and
What's your advice for new joiners? What's your advice for barista, new joining barista?
think my biggest advice is to slow down and take your time. Don't rush to achieve perfection. And if you can enjoy the process rather than looking at the result, that means a lot more. Because a lot of times I see newbies
Rushing for results.
they say they want to learn coffee, but what they are after is just a specific thing. It could be just maybe they just want to like latte art. That's all they want to do, or they want to like focus on maybe just espresso. They don't want to learn about filter. And when you are in the workforce, of course, depending on the place that you were working with, it's good to be knowledgeable even a little bit on different areas, because you are customer facing. And if you don't have any ideas what filter coffee or espresso or dialing in, or even about the coffee, and you are there spreading false information to customers, that's where people get confused. And I see this so often, like because customer facing baristas, some of them are quite talkative and quite confident to share, even though whatever information they share is so I think slow down lah. I mean, speak to a lot of experienced people, and when you speak to someone that has a lot of experience, let that person speak more than you. I think this is what I realize. A lot of young newbies, they learn something and they feel like they know everything. It's actually a symptom called Dunning-Kruger effect lah. It's commonly found in people driving. They learn to drive a bit, they feel like they can become a F1 driver, and this I see a lot in new baristas. So I think if they can really become knowledgeable, the entire industry can grow very fast. And because they are the ones speaking, right? And
Frontliners.
they are the frontliners. If you spread false information, you are confusing people.
Becomes a bad apple.
Yeah, it becomes and when someone drink a latte that is a bit acidic, they will just not like it because they can't understand the the character of that coffee.
I see.
So yeah, I think that's it lah. I mean,
Look, man, I'm so glad you're here. I still remember the first time we met. We're non-stop talking as well. I super enjoyed the conversation. For everyone's listening, you can't believe this only the third time I'm meeting with one. Only
yeah,
the third time,
actually
right?
third time, yeah.
Third time, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Unbelievable. Imagine 10 times what we're
But I
doing.
feel like we've spoken like
I feel like we are very old friends.
yeah,
I feel
it
like,
feels
we know like since we're
yeah.
young, since we're
Yeah.
20s or teenagers. That's how it feels like.
I think because we started quite early, almost during the same
Almost
time.
during the same
So there are so many old stories that
You know a part, I didn't know that part.
yeah, yes,
I know some part, you didn't know that part.
yeah,
So-
yeah. That was quite interesting to hear from a different angle.
Yeah, that is very cool to know you. And I'm so honored you are one of the few guests to appear in my episode.
I'm honored that you invited me in
No
and
problem.
convinced me to speak here.
I have to admit, I'm a very good talker. I'm a very good talker.
I have to give you that. Because
But
yeah.
here's the thing, I talk genuinely.
Mm.
Whatever I say,
Mm.
whatever I think.
I mean, that's as good as you can be,
Yeah. So I'm not like sugar coated to
Yes.
you, man. That's
Yeah.
one thing. Whatever I say, whatever promise, right?
Mm.
I really mean it. If I don't mean it, I will not say it.
Okay.
That's who I am. Anything more you want to share?
I think that's all is in my mind lah. I mean, if I keep talking here until tomorrow, it will not stop.
All right, cool,
There's
man.
too many things to talk
Listen,
about.
Next time, if you have anything excited news or
Mm.
whatsoever, come to me, man. Let's
Yes.
spread the good news from here.
Definitely.
Let's spread the good news from here.
Yeah.
Everyone, thanks for listening to the Coffee and the Company podcast. See you guys. Bye bye.
Thank you.